My first poem is Boxes of Bones. My sister and I were teenagers when we became fascinated by archaeology. So we would go out and pick up bits of Anasazi pottery and bones and keep them in boxes under our beds, which of course did not please my mother. When we were teenagers,
Excuse me one moment. Can you all hear her without the mic? No.
we started to collect bits of pottery and bones found in the desert. We piled them in boxes to store beneath our beds. But the boxes were gone when we returned from school. Too much dirt, our mother said. A friend gave us a skull rescued from an arroyo bottom. Very excited with this ancient relic, we sent it to Albuquerque to be classified. Then the sheriff appeared at our door. This skull was not an ancient artifact. It belonged to a recently murdered man. Our father, an Episcopal priest, was horrified. The skull must be given a proper burial, and it was buried with proper prayers in the cemetery behind the mission hospital. The next one, Kachina. Kachina are the holy people who dance in the pueblos to bring good luck and a happy life. I represent the gods and sacred beings of my people. Soft, downy eagle feathers are atop my head. My eyes are white ringed. Chalky white dots decorate my high cheekbones. My hands hold bent, dried willow branches to use as wands. A wide leather belt, small curled shells clinging to its sides, hugs my waist. On my doeskin apron rest minuscule pink and white gifts from the sea. Soft brown moccasins enclose my feet, which long to pound the clay earth of the pueblo. To begin this soyal, the winter solstice dance, the dance to cleanse the village of misfortune and of ill health. Prayer objects of feather and wood are placed in stubbly fields with slow grazing livestock. The drums pound, the chanting begins. All the Kachinas move to the music. Our spirits soar, our bodies bend and twist. We are at one with Mother Earth and Father Sky. This is called My Jewish Friend and St. Anthony. In England, I learned about St. Anthony, the saint who finds lost things. One day, when I was about to take my children to the base school, my car keys disappeared. I began to cry. A knock on the door, an old lady, a neighbor, asked what was wrong. My car keys are gone. Haven't you prayed to St. Anthony for help? A quick prayer, and the keys appeared. My Jewish friend was always losing things. I told her about the good saint. But I'm Jewish, she protested. He doesn't care, I replied. My friend became a devoted follower of St. Anthony, who found everything for her. One day, however, she informed me that St. Anthony had not found her new bra. That's because he's a saint and has no knowledge of women's undergarments. The last one is John's. For years, but it's about when I worked in a stainless steel factory. My husband was at Yale, and we had to get enough money for food. The GI Bill didn't give us that much. For years, I've had the to see my sisters in the pen. Thoughts like this are sent by the devil, but they stick in the mind and are hard to dispel. But at last in New Haven, the idea became useful when I was working for Stainless Steel Tool. My husband was studying music at Yale. He had to eat well or I knew he would fail. But the money supplied by the new GI Bill required that we cut back and not eat our fill. So one wifely duty I could not shirk. I had to go out and find good paying work. The New Haven workers, mostly from Italy, treated this stranger with scorn and no pity. I was just too upper class and didn't know my head from my ass. My brother, to the workers I said, is just out of the pen and at home and in bed. They hugged me and kissed me without any end and told me that I was their very best friend. Their husbands and uncles and brothers, it seems, had all been in jail for nefarious schemes. So I became just one of the gang. The workday went quickly, we chortled, we sang. There was food on the table, no reason to fail, and my husband soon had a doctorate from Yale.